Hello and welcome to Ketter Farms. We have had some technical difficulties today, and I'm realizing we're not quite centered in our camera space, so I apologize for that. We'll have to just deal with it today. Everything's getting moved around in the studio still. Trying my hardest to get things moving here. We're going to try and move the desk up just a smidge here. There we go. That should be a little bit better. Hopefully everyone's doing well today, and looks like we've already got quite a few people in chat. Good to see y'all. Pleasant View Farms, always good to see us, sir. Living on a Player and Dairy Deer from the staff team. Dan Olmstead and Old Man Jeb from the members. Glad to see you guys here in the live stream. We've got something a little bit different today. We're going to be checking out a new map by MrSimulations. He's been pretty active in the community here, and yeah, I just realized the hat's probably not going to work out quite so well here with the green screen. We'll have to rethink this in the future, but today is just one of those days. It was a struggle. My wife is actually traveling for work this week, and so it's just me and the kids this week, and so it's been chaos. I literally ran down here 5 minutes before the stream and started getting everything put together. So we'll be winging some things today. But yeah, we're gonna take a break from Middleburg tonight, and we're gonna check out this new map from MrSimulations. I've been promising him I'd do a video on this for a few weeks now, and just haven't gotten around to it. And so I figured, well, you know what? Let's just set up a live stream and check it out here tonight. And so we're going to be kind of doing a map tour of this and a little bit of playing. So I'm going to switch us over here. Magic, yes, there we go. I can scooch the microphone out of frame just a little bit here. And let's see. It'd be great if the game would show up here. So give me just a second to figure out why that's not happening. Well, that would probably be not happening because Farming Simulator has ended unexpectedly. Well, that's wouldn't be a live stream without some technical difficulties. Give me just a moment to restart it here, and hopefully it'll work this time. We had it up and working previously, so I'm also noticing all kinds of issues. My goodness. Let's see. Hey, there we go. Now our camera's facing the same way in both scenes. I tell you, if it's not one thing, it's another lately with the videos and whatnot. So we're gonna fire this right back off here, and hopefully it won't crash this time around. ArgZ Gaming, it's good to see you. How you doing? Hopefully well. But we'll get going. And MrSimulation in the house. Good to see you, man. I'm really excited to show off this map today. It's been a while. It's been I've been wanting to get to this, and I just haven't gotten a chance yet. So tonight is the night. Now let's see if OBS and FarmSim will play nicely. Coming soon to a monitor near you. There we go. Look at that. All right, we've got it all working out today. Stranded Kansan, I know I really want to do a computer upgrade. It is time. My video card, I've got this awesome standing desk, and I wrecked the video card with catching the cable on something, and it's getting worse as time goes on. It keeps flaking out and hanging up my computer. So one of these days it's just not going to boot, and I'm going to have to break down and upgrade, but we'll get there. Vincent Proctor, good to see you in the chat again, sir. Let's see here. MrSimulation working on an update for it in about 2 weeks. Awesome. All right, so we're gonna do a couple of things here. So I had this all set up ahead of the stream, and it fell apart just a little bit here. So give me a minute. We're gonna turn on flight mode here. And we are going to take a little bit of a look around the map, and then we're going to have to reset up our equipment because all of our equipment went bye-bye. Oh my goodness. Jeremy Freeman, ArgZ rules. That he does. Appreciate the $5 super chat there, sir. So let's take a quick look at this map. So this is Oh my gosh, I'm gonna forget the name of it. Coles County? Yeah, Coles County, Illinois here. And we'll start with the mini map, which I love the US flag in the background here. This is a standard size map, but it's been set up for large scale farming, which I thought was pretty cool. And there's a single farm on the map here. There's a few different sell points and a lot of fairly big size fields here. So we're going to take a quick look at the starting setup. I did set things up on new farmer mode here. And so we're going to check out the farm, and then we'll check out a little bit of the map here. And then we're going to just dive in and do some harvest here. A couple of things that I'll note as we go around and take a look at the farm here is I really like how the layout of this farm is set up. We've got a lot of different sheds. We've got a good bin site here. All the triggers that you need. We've got, you know, an additional bin site over here on the side. You've got harvest stores, lots of storage, and we've got both a dairy setup with a pasture over here, as well as a hog setup with an outdoor enclosure style. And I thought these buildings were laid out really nicely, especially like this hog shed here where you open it up and you have to dump the animals inside here. I thought that that was a nice touch here. And so you can see we've got quite a bit of space here for hogs. You can put 300 in your hog barns here. And I thought it was a really cool setup. Over here you can see we've got 500 for the cattle pen, the dairy pen. And so that's going to be fun as well. And then let's just open up all of these sheds. We'll take a quick look at the starter equipment. I think MrSimulation did a great job of picking some of the starting equipment to give it kind of that US feel. And so if you take a quick look here, you know, we've got a big seeder. We've got a good Kinsey piece of tillage equipment. You can see we've got a nice big corn head here for our combine. And it's all just kind of spread out here around the map, which is really nice. I like seeing a more US style start as much as you can with base game. We've got the Hardy sprayer, you know, we've got all of the equipment we need, a nice big roller, and lots of tractors here for sure. So we've got the old 4755, we've got two of these 8R 410s, and then we've got a 9RX, we've got a X9, and then outside, I believe we've also just got a regular 9R over here. So we've got all of our bases covered here with the different tractors and stuff available. And then I think lastly in the sheds over here, we've got some of our longer equipment. You've got the bean head, you've got a nice Kinsey planter and a semi with a trailer. So I was impressed with the starting equipment. And of course in the shed here, you've got a pickup and the nice John Deere flag in the shop. So much approve of the green starting equipment here. But let's jump up here. We'll do a quick flyover and then we'll get into a little bit of farming here. If we take a look, I think that, you know, just one of the things I'll notice is that I really like the farmyard layout on this farm too. So a lot of attention went into this. I like having the different driveways and the space in between the buildings here and stuff. So a lot of times I think I see a lot of small farm setups and they're just not laid out, you know, necessarily real well for bigger equipment and stuff. But I really liked how this map was set up. And in addition to the grain leg, we've also got 3 working bins over here. And I think one feature I should probably show off as long as we're here up at the farm is we do have the ability to dry corn here. So if we hop down, we've got a corn dryer set up here. And if I'm not mistaken, this is set up to use the production point system. So if I buy this for 30K, I can now come into our production chains and you can see that we've got the ability to dry corn, which will require propane alongside your corn in order to do that drying. So pretty cool stuff here. Liking that farm setup. let's jump up here. We'll take a quick look at some of the other spots around the map. Let's see. I'm just making sure I haven't missed anything else on the farm. Oh my goodness. Tad Wernberg, I appreciate the $10 super chat there. I like the farm. Yeah, I do too. It's a really cool farm. For sure. Let's we're gonna buy this fermenting silo as well, just to show that off in the menu here. You can see we can take grass and chaff and turn that into silage here. And so you've got two different entry points here, either the chaff or the grass, depending on if you're doing haylage or corn silage. So it's a cool setup. Now, looking about the map here from the 1,000-foot view, you can see it's pretty wide open, flat terrain. Lots of big fields, lots of space to knock out those acres. And so we're going to just hop out onto the main road here and head on over and take a look at a few of the sell points and stuff here. Jeff, welcome to the stream. Always good to see you, man. And we've got a few good elevator setups on this map that I really liked. And so here we've got the Clarkson Grain Company. I always like seeing, signs and stuff for elevators out here and whatnot. So you've got a nice elevator set up here. Some detail on the front and back. Looking good, looking good. And we've also got some storage up here by the elevator. Now, I don't own this land, so I don't think I'm going to be able to open the doors, which makes sense. But one thing to show off here before I move on too much is you do start with this big area on the starter farm. And then you can also buy all the roads and the elevator spaces and stuff. It does cost a pretty penny, but it's really nice when the map makers make all that purchasable so that you can interact with all of the things that are placed on those properties if you want. So that's definitely an option there, especially for people that like to do a little bit more of that role play type stuff and interact with the co-op and so on and so forth. We've got a dairy point right there. And then if we zip down this road here, you can see we've got nice field entrances and stuff at each of the fields, which is cool. And we've got an awesome tractor supply over here. So you can see we've got the fuel station, the tractor supply. We've got the propane and the anhydrous up here. So this map does also have anhydrous on it for those that want to play with that. And I believe we've got some of the other bulk fill points are located around here. I think this is a diesel barrel. I know there's a gas station right over there. We've got to always turn off flight mode and slow down a little bit when we're using doors. But you've got your liquid fill points in here for fertilizer and herbicide. And then also for your seed, and I assume dry fertilizer and lime and such will also be in here. I haven't actually had a chance to test this part out yet, but it's all located right here in this nice central area, which I absolutely love. Banks Sinatra, welcome to the stream, man. Always good to see you. And I missed a message there, MrSimulation. He's going to fix that shed so that you don't need to own it. That would probably work out quite well. So that's exciting. And then we have the animal dealer, because as we mentioned earlier, animals are definitely an option here. And along with the other spots I was showing off, we do have some storage capabilities up here, which just kind of makes these areas feel a little bit more alive. And also, like I said, for those of us that like to do, at least a little bit of role play and stuff and store some equipment at different places, I don't know. I think it's a pretty cool layout there. So there's a sell point in the back of the farmer's market there that I didn't show off. There's a number of different sell points around the map, which I feel like for a map that doesn't, I'm going to say this and then I'm probably going to be wrong, but doesn't have like a formal town to it. The way that some of this stuff is laid out actually feels really good for a rural community. I know that in the area we lived, we'd have like these little pockets of businesses kind of out in a rural area. So, again, I'm here to play Farming Simulator. And so I love when we have maps that prioritize the farming over large towns sometimes. It's good to have kind of a mix. So, and here we've got, looks like a place to sell our bales and other bulk materials. I've got an outdated version of this map. I realized there was an update already uploaded to his MrSimulation's itch.io page. So I think a lot of these texture issues that I'm showing are actually fixed at this point, if I'm not mistaken. So forgive me for being a lazy YouTuber and not grabbing the update right before the stream. But it's cool to see some of this stuff in game here. And we're gonna zip down the road here just a little bit and take a look at a couple of things. We've got a large empty spot here. This is the shop, so the Sloan implement. We've got a really cool dealer building here, you know, that you can go into and whatnot, that I really like when you've got all these detailed buildings and stuff. And one thing that I did while I was walking around here earlier is realize that all the stuff on the shelves you can actually pick up and move around. So I actually like that a lot. So pretty cool. I like this shop. It's pretty detailed, and there's lots of room for that big equipment to be spawned up here. So hopefully you won't run into any problems getting your equipment purchased and moved around here. We do have another sell point down here in the middle of the map, so I'll just zip down there, show that off, and then we'll cover the last kind of leg over here on the far side. This is the ADM grain elevator here, where you can sell some of your stuff. And again, like I said before, all these texture issues are because I have an old early access version of the map. I forgot to grab the most recent version, so apologies for that. And if we just come up here to the corner of the map, we've got a couple of, I believe these are production chain buildings, or maybe just sell points. These are the natural oils, and then I forget which one this is, Mars. But like the other production chain buildings, you can buy these and have production chains if that's your thing, or leave them there to operate as sell points. And if we look over here in the corner, we do have a water tower on the edge. So this is set outside of Charleston, Illinois, it looks like, which is awesome. And I like that we've got some of these nice long fields where you can just drive for a long time. So we're going to play around with that here a little bit today in the live stream. I'm going to have to reset up my fields, though. We do have a small... not really a farmstead, but a house lot here in the middle of the fields, which is kind of cool. And a couple more sell points along the way here. So we've got the TGM sell point here, and then, oh, no, I guess I'm wrong. I thought there was one more in the corner here, but I'm mistaken. So that's kind of the map. We've kind of gone around here. Now, what I had set up before the live stream was we were going to do this field 10 as wheat, and that save got corrupted. So we're going to try and fix this here real quick. Let's see if I can remember how to do this. Whoops. It's set fruit. I think I do field number, wheat, and then it's like state 5. Nope. State 6. Maybe, whoops. There's so many states to wheat that I can't remember. There we go. I love how the different crop types have different amounts of stages available to them. So we're not going to drive. We're going to buy a couple pieces of equipment up at the store and drive it down just to do something realistically. And then we will do the rest of stuff. We'll get it up closer to the farm here. So we've got this awesome RS700L grain truck from BC Bueller that recently released on the in-game mod hub. Oh my goodness, we don't have enough money. Well, we better fix that. We had a bunch of money before. And so we're going to just give ourselves some money so that we can do some fun things in this stream. And we're going to buy this big field 10 because that's going to let us go all the way from one end of the map to the other, which should keep things interesting. And then I want to go back in here. We're going to buy this Mack truck from BC Bueller, put this pack out. I absolutely love having a grain truck in game again. And we're going to get the trailer for it too. And so it comes, there's a semi-trailer that he released, and then also this pup trailer that you can put behind the grain truck here. So I'm actually going to just take the defaults on this because I really like the red and white there. And what else did we have? We had all kinds of new mods today to try out. So the versatile pack released here, and so we're going to get this older one. I'm going to crank up the engine though, and if I remember right, I put in all kinds of stuff in here. I think we did footrests and carpet just for the fun of it. I don't need a 3-point. I do need GPS potentially. And there we go. We're going to spend all the money, see what some options look like on this. We're going to get our go-to on the wagon here. Well, here we go. Now, we do have to get the USA colors here on this for the fun of it. And we were mixing it up. We're going to get the red this time because it goes nice with that red versatile. And I'm tapping through everything. I should be excluding some of these. Now, I didn't want to drive everything up from the store. So we're going to drive a couple things up, and then I think I have, what do you call it? I have the mod where store deliveries mod that we'll probably end up using. But I can't get into any vehicles with flight mode on, so we got to turn that off. Wes Henry, how you doing, sir? Good to see ya. And Bing Sinatra, been here for a while with the 11 months. Nice. Good to see ya. Dan, you loaded up the map. Looks great so far. Yeah, it's really good. And so I love seeing new maps come out, especially from people. You know, this is, as far as I know, the first map that MrSimulations has released. And so I'm super excited to be getting to check this out. Now, I am going to turn off whatchamacallit, manual attach for tonight. I had some issues with it in a video I was working on, and so we're gonna just not deal with those struggles today. There we go. Let me adjust the volume setting down just one notch here, if I can find it. There we go. Maybe it's just loud on my end, but it is loud. Yes, the map is in Hydrus ready, and you're working on a precision farming update. Very nice. Yeah, I always like to play with precision farming, so that'll be good. Now, we're going to bring these to different ends of the field here. So the truck, we're going to bring down to the, I guess I'll call it the south end, or is this the north end of the field? Let's look. This will be the south end of the field. We'll put the trucks, and then we'll buy some harvesters and get that started. And then we will switch and go grab that grain cart and start hauling with that on the north end of the field, I think. So 270 Mafia, in order to use Anhydrous, you're going to need to have some Anhydrous mods installed, and then there's a fill tank over there on the west side of the map. It's out of range here, but there's a fill point over there that you can use. Could have probably parked the trucks in the middle there, but we're going to take them all the way down to the end of the field, I think, to start us off with. DBL Gaming, is this map for consoles? Not at this point. This is a standard sized map, but it's been released on PC only at this point. My goodness, that was a wide turn. We've got to watch ourselves. I'm not sure I have the crash counter set up today. Alright, so I don't really have anywhere to park this at the moment, so we're going to actually spin ourselves around and just put it up here alongside the field. We've got plenty of room over here. And then if I remember correctly, I push N to open the grain truck and Z to open the grain trailer. So now we've got this all set up. We're going to hop out here and do our magic. And we're going to get 2 harvesters going on this. Now, I've downloaded this Agco Ideal that was released on the Mod Hub recently. That's got some cool options. So we're going to go ahead and see if we can just grab something with the crawlers. And I love having the joysticks in this thing. So we're going to do this with all the options. There we go. We're going to buy 2 of these. And then this also comes with a cool custom header. Now, you can change a bunch of the colors here on this, which I thought was pretty cool, that they've got all the different colors. So if you want to do different colors to match up with your Massey Ferguson or what have you, you've got that option. But we're just going to take the default Fendt Agco colors here and go for that. Yeah, MrSimulation, I know a lot of people would love to see more good Midwest US maps come to console, but at the same time, I think I know from firsthand experience and talking to people, it's a lot of work to get things over to consoles, so we'll have to wait and see what happens as always, but I know people would love to see it. Turn on crop destruction and write your name in the field. Usually I have crop destruction on, but I think because I started the game in new farmer mode to make sure that I could check out all of the starting equipment, that we're not currently crop destruction got turned off. Where's my settings? I probably won't write my name in the field, but I'll at least turn on crop destruction again and get rid of these basic settings. Fuel usage is normal. Automatic start needs to go away. Crop destruction is actually on, which is cool. Fieldstone and weeds are going to go away. There we go. We'll put that on normal and call it a day. Faith Dairy Farms, good to see you, man. Triple H, howdy. Can't stay, but definitely watch tomorrow. Got to get up at 4 a.m. at work. I can respect that. I have to say, I'm finally excited. My kids are done with school. Well, my youngest is done with school, which means I no longer have to get up at the crack of dawn to get him up and ready for school. No more driving kids around in the mornings. Now we're just down to evening activities, which is awesome. And I probably don't want straw, so let's turn that off just to make life a little bit more bearable here. I should probably turn these off. There we go. Control T is the keys I'm looking for. We'll get the rest of them next tab around. Yeah, Simon Baker, there are some unfinished textures that I showed off earlier. MrSimulation fixed a bunch of those. And so I'm on an old version at the moment. And then I think there may be a few more that he's still fixing. I'm not sure, but I know a lot of the ones that I showed off that are currently showing as like white textures have been resolved in the most recent version of the map. Yeah, if you look in the the Collins Customs. Yeah, Collins Customs did some anhydrous toolbars. I believe, and then Forward Ag has a seeder, I think, that's set up to handle anhydrous as well. Oh, goodness. I feel like I've been on a blitz here getting the stream started. We're just like talk. I'm going too fast. Hopefully everyone's having a wonderful start to their June here, though. First week of June in the books. The weather here in southern Michigan has been pretty well. We've been getting out, soccer games and practices with the youngest kid. Been a lot of fun. Epic. I have thought about doing something with Ashton Corner Beta. I know, so like usually MRG asks people not to stream on it until he releases the beta, which he's done now. For that map, I know a lot of people jumped onto it, but I also know MRG's working on a bunch of changes and things that he really wants to see on that map. And so I'm kind of like waiting for that final version. A lot of people get really impatient waiting for maps. And personally, there's so many good maps out there right now that I'm okay to take my time. We'll give it a little bit. We'll let MRG get that into the state that he wants it to be in, and then we'll probably check it out. Because I think I've played on all but one of MRG's maps since he started putting them out. So always looking for a good MRG map. Germex, they have actually released the Follow Me mod now, so that is available on the in-game mod hub. And yeah, Adam, the stones still show up after they've been turned off. Unfortunately, that's just a thing. So if they were there before you turned them off, they're still gonna sit there and be there after you've turned field stones off. I don't know why. That's a farm simism. But they shouldn't damage your equipment, as far as I understand, if they're turned off. So that is a thing that I believe is true. Now, what I should be doing here is setting up courseplay and having these two guys follow each other around the field. It's probably too late for that, so instead I'm just going to start one off on either side, and we'll race around like crazy in a grain cart and see what kind of trouble we can get into. Can't wait for Lone Oak if it comes out for FS22. I can't remember for sure, but I thought I heard that there is no plans for an official conversion of Lone Oak. I think that's what I heard, but I could be mistaken. Alright, we're gonna set this worker off down the road here, or down the path. This other guy's almost full, so I'm gonna cycle through these one last time and turn them off of the tab order. And then we'll jump into our versatile tractor here and see if we can go empty this combine that's coming up to our end of the field. This thing is pretty sweet looking. This is the older style. I know a lot of people jump right into the more modern ones with the iconic, I guess, yellow and black colors, but I don't know. I kind of like the look of this old red one here, so I thought it would match up with this Demco pretty well. Let's see if we can avoid turning too tightly that we jackknife the trailer. Now, I do have gears in this thing, so I'll have to remember to gear up sufficiently, and our combine is already full. So I'm trying to figure out, I think he's over there, so let's take the road down the path here. There's a little driveway to cut through in the middle of that field, so. And isn't Oregon Springs going to come out? I'm not sure. That map name sounds familiar, but I haven't actually followed that one much, so I'd be curious to see what's going on. Brian Rutherford, welcome to the chat, man. Unfortunate news there. I'm sorry to hear about your dad, sir. Best wishes to you, sir. Living on a Player, really love the Ashton Corner beta map. I'm sure it's going to be an amazing map once it's fully released. Yeah, exactly. I love waiting for MRG to finish doing all of his magic. He puts some good thought into his farm setups and makes things look really nice. So I always like playing on his farms. You know, a lot of times, you know, farms are set up and then you end up building your own on the maps, but I feel like MRG maps, I almost always just play on one of the farms he's set up. Adam, this is not currently available as a console map. MrSimulations has said that he will look into what it'll take to get it over onto console, but I don't think that there's any firm news on that at this point. Now, I don't think I put vehicle speed sync on this save either, which is a big mistake on my part. But let's go ahead and get that set up here, and I'm just gonna back up and let this guy get going so that we don't have to sit here the whole time. Worker, are you gonna activate? Oh, maybe the worker got tired and left. I took too long. We'll just fire him back up there. This map has been released. Yes, Brian, you can find the link to download it in the description of the video. In fact, I should have probably pinned that link in the chat here. I didn't think about that ahead of time. I forget that I can pin links in chat now, so whenever I'm showing off a new map, I usually like to do that. We'll get this combine emptied, and I'll zip around here. We'll grab the other one, and then I'll jump out. There's the map link. Maybe I can pin Livin's post. Pin message. And does that link actually work, is the question. It does. There we go. Perfect. Oh no, we've lost the streaming window. There we go. That will hopefully cut down on my rambling about where you can find the link. It's right there. Let's see here. So this will be the problem with this map, is getting from one side to the other. And the fact that that guy's pointed the wrong way. We definitely need to think about course play here. All right, let's do it. Let's see if I've got course play installed. I do, look at that. All right, folks, we're gonna course play it. Let's look at this map. We're this worker. We're gonna stop this worker. And we're gonna create a job. We're gonna create a course play field work job on our field. We're gonna set a target position of here. And we're going to use the course generator for 2 tools. And we're gonna do, I think we're gonna do racetrack. I think that's the one that I want, where we just go around and around in a circle. So let's generate the course and find out. Justin Risinger, is this an exact copy of a real location or just based on it? Great question for MrSimulation. DBL Gaming, good to see you in the chat. Have a good one, sir. That did not generate a racetrack in the way that I was expecting. I suspect maybe I wanted spiral. Nope. Up, down. While this is not working in any way how I wanted it to. Why is it trying to go side to side? That's what I want to know. Loading, loading. I thought we used to be able to set the direction that you were going around the field in. This is an absolute disaster here, course play. Hey, it's the VRs from Minnesota. How you doing? Hopefully well. It's like it just doesn't want to go up and down the long way here. That is an absolute mess. General settings for course play and activate advanced mode. That'll do it. Oops. Advanced mode. Expert mode activated. All right. Let's try this one more time. Because I was like, we had a lot more options than that last time I did this. Open course generator. Perfect. Okay. Spiral. Longest edge. Up, down angle 0. 2 headland, or 1 headland pass because we got 2 vehicles. And generate. Dan, you're just happy to get a map from your home state. Nice. Nick Stegman, how you doing, sir? We are, we're making a mess here. Longest edge doesn't seem to be working, and if this doesn't work, we'll just, I think I can set it to north-south. Yeah. Manual. Generate. Well, this is not what I was expecting. Why is it doing this to me? 0 degrees. Well, it's always something. We might have to give up on course play here, as much as I hate to say it. Headland, smooth, clockwise, that's all good. Manual up-down direction, 0 degrees. What happens if I do 90 degrees? Maybe the map is just confused as to which way north is. Nope, that's definitely not what's going on. I don't really want lands mode. I don't know why it switched to that. Legacy Ag, how you doing, sir? Well, welcome to the stream. We are struggling with course play, unfortunately. Here, we may have to skip this. So let's go back. Where's my? Why are the global settings like that? I can't seem to click on the course play course. Like half of the course play settings are just busted. Why are half of the course play settings busted? Like I could see the course here, but weird. Course play is not being friendly right now. I must have an outdated version, so we're gonna just stop struggling with that and move with this. I admittedly I have not updated any of my mods since the patch came out for Farm Sim, and if I remember correctly, there was a course play update that came out like right after that to resolve some issues. So that's probably what I'm experiencing here. This is what I get for not updating mods before the stream. Yeah, course play had a couple of updates, and I'm on what? .13, so it updates every week or two, and I'm just that far out of date, I think. We've been playing on Middleburg lately, and I don't use any course play or auto drive on that series, so I haven't even paid attention to that. Jeremy Freeman, small bug, you just cleared it, so I should try again. I can give it one more shot here. Let's get down here and empty this grain out, and when I'll switch over to the other combine here, and before we start that worker off, we'll give it a shot, see if I can figure it out. I will say, driving all the way across the map, 25 miles an hour feels a smidge slow. We might have to pick up another one of these at some point and leave one on each end so I can jump onto the nearest tractor here. But yeah, you're not going to want to play on this map most likely as a solo player, at least without some course play and auto drive. Whoa, the brakes. We were booking it, I suppose. We're gonna back up and fill the truck first, I think. This big auger in the middle of the bin here. And then let's jump into this one. Look, this guy's got a course of some kind now, so we're gonna kill that course. And we're gonna jump in here. Wow, that looks awesome. We'll jump in here. I'm pretty sure this is all kinds of glitchy, so I'm not really expecting this to work. Course generator, spiral, up, down, direction, manual, 0 degree, multiple tools, single headland, generate. And there we go. Now, I guess we've got a course, so we can close out of all of this. Get rid of this helper. And actually, turn around here. So this is now my new starting point for the course, unfortunately. So let's see how course play is going to handle this. We'll set this guy off on left 1 at the nearest waypoint. Where's he going? I was expecting him to just kind of stop here, not back the combine up. Oh, he's going to cut over with his 100% fullness. That's cool, course play. You definitely know what you're doing right now. All right. Well, in that case, let's grab this guy. And we're going to do the same thing. We're going to drive him down here. We're going to get this guy all set up on the same course. Let's see. There's a way, I thought, nope, not what I want to do at all, to copy the course from another. I thought I could copy the course here. From here. Maybe I need to be in the one with the course. Maybe I can save the course. See, the menus are all completely jacked up here, so I can't save or anything. It's all messed up. It's all messed up. There's my copy button though. Copy temporary course, paste course. That's what I was looking for. I knew there was a button for this. Frank, welcome to the stream. Good to see you, man. We're gonna cut this car off. Go, 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 you can do it. We've got our blinkers on, it's legit. Whoa, there's a telephone pole. All right, we gotta get down here. And we've got this all sorted out now. I have to say, besides the random issues, which I think were caused by the patch, and I haven't updated course play in obviously a long time, I've really been enjoying the new course play interface. I think it works really well. We're going to drive over here on the grass, because with all those telephone poles, I'll never make it trying to cut over to the right side of the road. We'll get there, we'll get there. This will allow me to hopefully keep the combines with their augers always on the outside, and we'll just circle around this field and hit everything here pretty quick. Get things moving. I'm kind of curious to take these loads to some different sell points on this map too and check it out. I always like trying to get these long grain trains, you know, the grain truck with the trailer behind it, through some of the points on the map. Now I'm going to go ahead and just cut in here. It's going to be a little inefficient later on, but the cars were coming, so we'll just take this guy up here to the start point, and we'll go get that grain cart and get everything emptied out before we kick off the course play courses officially. Suzette Bartlett, welcome to the stream. Man, we're almost full on this guy again, too, so we're going to be pulling quite a bit of wheat off of this field. And we are definitely not getting the optimal yield off of this since I just cheated to get the fields in the right state and didn't pay attention to any of the fertilizer or lime requirements here. I just want to make it to the row or where it's at the other combine here before we fill up, hopefully. Get rid of some of this HUD here. I do like the ideal with the joysticks here on it, and your guy lines his hands up and everything appropriately. Looking good. Looking good for sure. We go in cab here. Obviously a nice combine for sure. D-Max, work for it. How you doing? Long time no chat. Sorry, been a little busy. Well, it's good to see you, man. Welcome to the stream. Alright, we're stopping this guy here. And we're gonna get this guy moving. Oh, not the grain truck. We need the grain cart here. We're in max gear, so we're gonna get rocking and rolling here, see if we can get down here and get everything moving now, finally. Clay, where did you get the mod that converts liters to bushels? Looks like Living on a Player's got your link there. That's from Thundar Modding, and it converts it in a few places. This is another mod that I know for a fact is out of date on my PC. But right now it's not everywhere in the game, but it is the main HUD, and then I believe also the commodity window here. I can't remember. I don't think it actually does the conversion on the production chains yet. This one's still in liters, but hopefully soon. D-Max, do I need another moderator? Because you're a good one to have around. Nice. Appreciate it, sir. At the moment, I'm not really looking at adding any more moderators, but at some point down the line, if I am, I do usually ping the channel members first to see if anybody's interested from that group before reaching out to other people. So if we have a slot open up, I will let you know. Suzette, do I like John Deere? I do, actually. They're probably my favorite brand tractor. Alright, so we're going to whip around here real quick and see if we can get this lead combine going on his course play course. And then ideally, we'll be able to start this other guy off behind and have them go to town on this field. I think we're going to need either another grain cart or just more grain trucks on different ends of the field so we don't have to drive quite so far. That's probably my biggest worry right now, is how long it takes me to get back to a truck to dump the grain out. So we might get a semi with that new trailer that was in there as well. So we'll see. We'll see. We'll get this emptied, though. One problem at a time tonight, folks. We got to get the combines actually combining at a regular pace here. Oh my goodness, that car went right into us. Let's get spun around. Oh my goodness, where's the crash counter? We need the crash counter tonight, folks. D-Max, same here, can't wait. Looking forward to the Kubota DLC. Nice. Yeah, that'll be a fun one. I'm curious to see how some of that equipment works out. Crash +2, exactly. Brian, can you DM you on Discord, my name on there? Yeah, I can send you a DM at some point. I don't know if it'll be tonight. I usually hop off right after the streams. I gotta go check on the kid, make sure he's still in bed. It's funny, now that school has ended, I've been finding that he's much more what's the word I want to use? Adventurous, and especially with Mom being gone this week, he's getting up in the middle of the night and having adventures when he knows that Dad's downstairs working or streaming or something where I'm not going to hear him if he gets up. So that's my concern right now. And the older one, he's just sitting in there at a computer playing his games with his headphones on, so he'd never know. Mr. Junt, welcome to the stream. Mr. Nagi, good to see ya. Hopefully all is going well with you fine gentlemen. And let's see if we can... Oops, stop. Do this the right way. First waypoint. Right side. Where are you going, sir? Okay, hang on. You are going to be a little confused, so we're going to try and put you over here. Oh, are you going to do it? Are you going to do it? Oh, you're going to do it. Look at that. Hey, couldn't have asked for a better setup. Nice. Yeah, Brian, normal youngsters. Honestly, I can't even blame him for getting into a little bit of trouble. I am, however, unhappy that we're putting out straw. Let's see if I can disable that. That's a course play setting, is it not? Combine straw swath deactivated. Perfect. All right. So many settings. Let's get going here. Now, I'm hoping that we can at least get around this field and dump into the truck one more time, and then we'll figure out getting another truck after that, I think. D-Max got to go do a Zoom meeting. I know that feeling. I was on a call last night with some colleagues from 9 p.m. to like 12:30 a.m. or something like that. We were up late. So I can appreciate the, well, at least where I'm at, late night work meetings. There we go, all emptied out. Let's zip ahead here. Now, this other guy is probably not actually combining a whole lot because he's been driving down the empty side. So let's go see what's going on. And hopefully he's not getting too full. Yeah, Dairy Deer over there in a different time zone. We're messing with dinner time. Gotta eat that dinner, that's for sure. All right, let's see what this guy's doing. I expect him to be essentially empty. We'll zip by him on the side here. I'm gonna do the look down and make sure. Yeah, he's got nothing in there. All right, let's take this over here and let's, because at least that guy's gonna go empty all the way down to the end because we're just now getting course play going. So we're gonna try and take this truck up to the elevator here and get him unloaded before anybody else gets full. Oh, we almost did it. A little bit too fast there. Probably shouldn't be coming up to the truck in 16th gear. Mr. K, can you give us a quick rundown on the details of this map? Yeah. So we did a tour in the beginning, but the quick rundown on this map is it is a standard size map set in Illinois, Coles County. And as you can see here, given that this is a standard size map, we've got some pretty big fields. And so we're currently harvesting in this field that extends the entire length of the map, which is kind of fun. There's one farm site on this map, and we'll drive through it with the truck here in a few minutes when we get done unloading here. I love this farm layout. It's laid out really well. It feels like a big farm with lots of barns and stuff. And then you've got some sell points and production facilities spread out around the map here, a really big shop setup, and a nice area over here with all your bulk fill points that's actually laid out really well. I really like the look and feel and the detail that went into both the farm and the sell points on this map. So let's jump into the truck here And I am going to sell our grain tonight, I think, rather than store it in the bins. But we'll drive through the farm site just to show that off, because it is really well done in my opinion. So we'll hop out here on the road and take a spin. And I will say the one thing, I know MrSimulation was in the chat here earlier, who is the creator of this map, and the link to download the map or MrSimulation's itch.io page should be pinned at the top of the chat here. But the one thing I would love to ask is if we could get the map boundaries figured out at some point. Just, you know, it'd be nice for it not to be an empty void is my only ask. And ignore some of the texturing issues, like the stop sign there didn't have a texture on it. That's my bad. I'm a lazy streamer, and I've got an outdated version of the map that we're using tonight. So, John left your gym steer class for your little girl. Oh, the little kid's running around like crazy. I'm sure she's super mobile now. So we're up here at the farm. I'll actually hop out of the truck here and do a quick run around real quick. We've got an awesome grain silo set up here with a grain leg and a dryer that acts as a production point, so you can use propane and dry your corn. We've got some standalone bins out here on the back side of the farm with augers, which is cool to have kind of that variety. We do have animals, so you've got a spot to store some bales. You've got a nice hog enclosure here, or I shouldn't say enclosure, a hog yard, I guess it would be called. You open the shed up, you can put your hogs in there. They wander around out here in the pen. We've got a nice large dairy set up here with a bit of a pasture. And then we've got lots of storage. So the base new farmer setup comes with everything you need. And MrSimulation did a good job of setting you up with some American style equipment here. On the map, we've got two 8R410s. We've got the 4755. We got a 9RX, an X9, and a 9R over here. So quite the setup by default. We're not using any of the default equipment because we had some mods we wanted to try. But you got a lot more storage over here. A nice truck shed, semi, planter, bean header, the whole setup. So starting out, you've got everything you need. And by default, you get this huge Field 3, which is 63 hectares. My conversion math is a little bit off, but I think that's like 130 acres probably, somewhere around there. So pretty cool. Pretty cool map. It is based out of Illinois, so it's pretty flat ground most places. Not a lot of hills or anything here, but honestly, it looks pretty good. I like it. Did a good job setting up the farmyard, though. It's laid out pretty nice. I like it. And so far, we've only managed to get into trouble with the traffic a couple of times. So we'll head over here. We're wasting a lot of time driving around. We're going to head over here to the west side of the map, I think it would be. I'm going to take this nice little dirt road that I saw off. This is probably like a hiking trail or something, like not designed for cars. But I saw this over here when we were driving by before. Now I have to drive on it because why not? 155 acres. There you go. Dairy deer with the conversion for me. Let's get down here. I'm going to cut through and get back on the main road so that I can see where the sell point is. I wanted to go to this big elevator down here in the corner of the map. We've got a few different sell points around here on the map, but this one looked pretty well laid out. We do have our nice 65-mile-an-hour speed limits here, so that's perfect for our grain truck setup here. And we should probably pump the brakes a little bit here. You've got the start of town here on the edge that we're at, which is kind of cool. And this car is driving awfully slow. Out of the way, bud. All right, let's pull right in here and see how we can unload this truck. I haven't actually dumped the load with this truck yet, so I'm expecting it to work just fine. There we go. Nice grain door on the back here. We should probably pull forward a bit so we don't hit the grain hopper on the overhead. John's headed north all the way to the Canada line. North Dakota, very nice. I didn't realize you were in Minnesota, Nick. I guess maybe you've mentioned that before. Scooter's Workbench, how you doing, sir? Always good to see ya. Alright, let's dump this back trailer in. Working good. I do like that they're going up and going down at the same time. Scooter just drove through this part of Illinois a couple of weeks ago. Nice. The cultivators were out today, just pulled over on the way home and watched for 20 minutes or so. Very nice. Yeah, lots of field work going on around us. Actually, I mean, a lot of things are done already. I think all of our corn is been in for a while because it's all popped up and growing like crazy around here. But I forget, I saw somebody out doing something and I meant to swing by and see what was going on. I probably should have gone back the way we came because I don't really want to drive all the way up the map here to get back to where we need to be. So we're gonna pull right in here. We'll do a quick U-turn in the dairy parking lot here. See if I can squeeze in here. Looks like not. Oh, we're gonna jackknife. Nope. Didn't make that turn. Alright, we're gonna just have to squeeze it back here, folks. Avert thine eyes. There we go. First try. Yeah, I've really got to figure out why my steering wheel quit working. I was really enjoying playing with that on FS22 here with the force feedback and everything. And while I don't feel like it makes me a better driver, I have more fun messing things up when I'm driving with the steering wheel for sure. Let's see. I'll see. The crash counter might be running. Yeah, that's my cumulative crash counter from the Middleburg series is at 11 right now, so I hit something. I think we've only crashed 4 times today. What I want to do is get it like built into my stream overlay so that the crash counter number is always visible on the stream. It'll also help me like remember to turn it on at the beginning of the stream, I think. That's a stop sign. We're gonna blame the fact that there's no texture. If it's not there, I don't have to stop. Alright, I'm gonna park this thing right here where we had it before, I think, and we're gonna get going on these trucks, because I expect our combines are already waiting for us. Oh, we've still got a fair amount of wheat in here. So we might have to go get another truck at some point, and or maybe actually just haul this stuff up to the bin site. The bin site's a little bit closer, so. The dairy farm's using the forage harvester getting grass. Yeah, that's about that time. I guess I have seen a couple of people going on first cut already. No texture, no stop. Exactly. Have I driven a tractor? I have actually driven tractors in real life, believe it or not. Not as bad as I do in game, but I did work on a farm for a number of years. I worked on 3 different farms over the course of about, what, 6 years? So, definitely enjoyed and miss my farm background, so. I've got a buddy who's looking at getting into it, and so he and I keep talking about it. So one of these days he's going to talk me into investing in his venture, and then I'll get to head out his way, and I'll be a seasonal farmer. I'll head out for a couple of weeks in the spring and the fall and help him out. So it looks like this guy's all full. Hopefully Courseplay is going to handle me hopping up here, and he's just going to start going. Oh, look at that. That's nice. Header went down. Starting to empty. Starting to drive. And that, folks, is why we approve of Courseplay over the in-game worker every time. Suzette, I actually drove older John Deere equipment when I farmed, so we had a, let's see if I can remember, we had a John Deere 4850 that was primarily the planter tractor, and then we had a 4630, which usually did some light tillage on the headlands, and what else did we do with the 4630? It was usually the grain cart tractor. And then we had a 4240, which did like everything else. So I used that thing for spraying. I used it to run a 6-row stock chopper. Lots of different odd jobs around the farm. So definitely enjoyed running all that older John Deere equipment. I say older, I mean this was 25 years ago, and most of that equipment came out in the 80s, I think. So it was old when I was driving it, but it was only like 15 years old, so it wasn't that old. Dan, random question, is anyone working on a Massey 510 or 540? That I'm not sure of. I haven't seen that one. Jeremy wanted to jump on a baling machine that was out there in the field near the house and tell the guy I have farming simulator experience. Nice. Honestly, finding people to help with baling is often a struggle from what I hear, so he'd probably have taken the help. Nick has a seasonal campsite for your camper down in southern Minnesota. Is it literally in the middle of dairy country for Minnesota? Yeah. I mean, I used to be, I don't know, about a half hour, 45 minutes north of Albert Lea, which is, you know, right in south central Minnesota. So definitely a lot of dairy down there in southern Minnesota. I feel like this combine is going slightly faster than I expected it to. But it looks like we're about topped off, so time to run and see if we can find wherever this other combine went. Yeah, southeast Minnesota is awesome. There's actually some really cool hills and stuff in the southeast part. We used to go up to Rochester quite a bit. Lots of big hospitals there. Unfortunately, that's why I was going to Rochester, but about 20 minutes north of Rochester when you're at the camper. Nice. Yeah, I haven't been back to, well, yeah, I usually go back to Minnesota for Thanksgiving, but this year we met kind of like halfway, not really halfway, but 2/3 of the way for me in Wisconsin, because my niece is living there, and we rented a cabin and had the family all come there for Thanksgiving, which worked out pretty well. Cut down on some of the driving. But I was back in Minnesota in September last year, checking out some farms, actually. My parents are up in the St. Cloud area now, so I've got to like get all the way up to, I don't want to call it northwestern Minnesota. I guess it's kind of like central Minnesota, but it feels like northwest. It's quite the haul. And why is this guy still doing straw? I know I turned this off. All right, maybe I have to turn that off per vehicle. That's probably what it is. Ugh. That's what it is. Well, that's unfortunate, but it is what it is. You're in Asante County. Nice. I will admit I'm not overly familiar with the Minnesota counties anymore, but I'll have to look at a map later. Little Falls, Minnesota. Pine County, Minnesota. All the Minnesotans are coming out of the woodwork here. Awesome. Yeah, I was actually born down in Albert Lea, but we lived in outside of that. We were out in a rural area for a while when I was a teenager. Actually, growing up, I didn't live in Minnesota. I was born and we moved. The joys of having a dad in the U.S. Army. We got to see the world and then moved back when I was a teenager, so that was a lot of fun. Let's see here. I'm waiting for this guy to get out from by the trees. I think once we get along the side of the road here, I'll be able to unload him on the go, even though there's some telephone poles there. We're not too full yet, although the flashers are on, so he's probably at 80%. We're crushing a little bit of the edge of the wheat there. I do have crop destruction on, I'm pretty sure. Northwest would be Detroit Lakes and Moorhead. Yeah. 45 minutes north of the Twin Cities. Oh, nice. Yeah, my grandfather used to live in Coon Rapids on the north side of the cities. And then my... he was originally from the, like, Starbuck area. So, like, right up where Millennial Farmer's at, actually. That's where my grandfather was actually from originally. And so that's where he grew up and went to school. So, actually, both my grandparents are buried up in a small cemetery in the middle of some guy's field up in the Starbuck area there in Minnesota. So... I'm definitely familiar with some of the areas there in the, I guess I'll say, you know, west side of the cities. Didn't get too much north of there. Jalen, what happened to the farm you were on? So I worked for a farmer, an older gentleman. When I worked for him, I was a teenager, and he was in his 60s. His kids had grown up and moved on, and so I worked for him. I was the only hired hand. We had about 800 acres, and he had gotten out of all of the livestock. He used to do hogs and dairy and stuff at one point in his career, but when I worked for him, we were just arable. So we were doing corn and beans, 800 acres, and yeah, it was a lot of fun. I got to do all the jobs on the farm, from, you know, driving the planter, we didn't do a lot of tillage, we did a little bit. But I got to drive the combine, the grain cart, the whole 9 yards. It was a lot of fun. Yeah, Dairy Deer, I was actually just thinking that. It's crazy how small of a world it can be sometimes in the community. Like, you know, you just start talking about your past, and it's all these people that are from areas near where you, you know, you grew up, you used to work, you used to live. So it's, and then at the same time, you know, we meet people from all over the world as well. So love the community. Connor, what is this map? Yep, Coles County, Illinois, by MrSimulation here in chat, who answered your question. The link, there's a link to the map actually pinned in the comment there. If you look at the top of the chat window, you can see a link to the map. And if you look in the description of the video, you'll find links to MrSimulation's other social media pages. I believe he's got a Facebook and a YouTube page linked in there, in addition to his itch.io page. So definitely check him out. Oh, stop. We're getting ahead of ourselves. There we go. Jan has farms, born in Winona County. Nice. Jeremy, you picked tobacco as a summer job when you were a teenager and never been so sick for a summer? Yeah, it's funny. So the main farm I worked on was just corn and beans, but when we would get done with our stuff, he'd loan me out to the local farmers, especially his daughters, both married farmers in the area. And so I would go out there and bale hay, or one of them had a bit of sweet corn that they would grow, and so we would pick that and shell it and do all that. You'd go out and pick rock and a whole bunch of other stuff, so yeah. Yeah, Nick, it's funny. Yeah, Farm Sim Guy and I have actually talked about that a lot, you know, given that his dad was from, or not from, but farmed out here in Minnesota for a bit, and it's just crazy how small the world can be sometimes. And I mean, he's all the way over in the UK there, right in Edinburgh, I think. So it's really fascinating to me to just see the reach that, you know, a community like this can have. We're gonna zip this truck all the way down to the end of the field because it's a lot faster than driving the grain truck or the grain cart down here with the Versatile for sure. So we'll see if we can get this up there. We're gonna take all the wheat in that trailer for sure into this thing, and then we'll hit a different sell point maybe. We've got a couple there, but those are production points. But yeah, I think his dad studied at University of Minnesota for some agriculture stuff while he was here, and then he went out and visited some different farms and stuff. So, MrSimulation, thoughts on the map? I'm loving it. I like that it's got that big farm feel while being on a smaller map. And so from that perspective, I really like it, and I really like the main farm setup. The main farmyard is extremely well done, which I think on a map like this, having a really good main farmyard setup is really all you need. I think that, you know, in a quote-unquote perfect world, I think that having 2 farms on the map would be good, just because then you can do like multiplayer. I know a lot of people like to set up kind of like a little bit of a competition between 2 farms and stuff. So like I would think that'd be the only thing, like if I was on my wish list thinking like, well, what could I add to this map to make it better? Oh my goodness, Jalen with the $2 super chat there. Appreciate it, sir. Yeah, I think that'd be the only thing that I'd say, in addition to my feedback earlier, which is I'd really like to see a I don't even know what it's called, but when you have the like outside the map area, just to make it not look like the void, that would be the only thing I think that would add to the map for me. Other than that, like, it's just a solid map. I like it. I like it a lot. Let's find a sell point here. I guess we could look at the map, because otherwise we're just going to drive the length of the field. We've got the bale point there. This is a grain point, so off we go. Yeah, it's I can usually find a lot of stuff to nitpick on things, you know, but I think for what this map is trying to be, you've really done a great job, especially for your first map, sir. Like, I've dabbled in map making a few times, and it's harder than people think. And so I just kind of threw up my hands and came to the realization that I'm probably never going to release a map. It's a lot of work. If I do release a map, I've always wanted to do one of the real-life area that I farmed growing up, and I might get around to that at some point, but not in the short term. There's a lot of work that goes into this, so much respect. See if we can pull in here and find our spot. Now all these textures are missing because I've got the bad version of the map here. I'm sure this sign says something like "do not enter." Haha. I can't see it, so oops. Where's my HUD? There we go. Cut up field 3, it's quite large. Well, I mean, again, I think this farm is trying to cater towards large-scale farming, and he does start you off with an X9 and 2 big articulated tractors, so I'm not too worried about field sizes. I think this map really caters towards those people that want the big style farming for sure. Wasn't a detestler, but you were a bale bucker for many years. There you go. I've done that job before. JNS Farms, this map is based on an area in Illinois, I think. MrSimulation, I can maybe answer that exactly. There was a name on the water tower that I've now forgotten. MrSimulation working on a non-playable area to come out with the next update. Oh, that'd be awesome, sir. That would check a box for me for sure. Grant, it is not currently on console. And Nick, yeah, I think the starting equipment was really well done, especially, you know, for a base game to have such a good American-style equipment feel out of the gate was pretty well done. JNS can remember being young as 4 or 5, chasing loose heifers through the field with the old man. Yeah, for sure. Race, I would love to get into streaming farm sim, but I'm not sure what equipment would be needed. Love watching your videos. Yeah, it's funny is I think a lot of people put too much thought into what equipment you would need to start streaming. My recommendation is use what you got and just go with it. You can do a lot without spending any money whatsoever or very little money. And, you know, when you do feel like spending money, like you don't need to go out and buy, you know, thousands of dollars worth of equipment. You know, I did most of my videos and streaming on, you know, I think I spent less than $100 to start out with. So, you know, I had a cheap webcam and I was using a headset and a mic for a long time. I've got a nice Elgato Wave now, which is, I think those run like $150, but that's really a splurge. It's a nice microphone, but, you know, probably not necessary, so to speak. Oh, I didn't want to unload on the go. I was hoping he'd just sit here and I'd unload him. Well, we can try it. Let's see if I can slow down. There we go. 6 miles an hour. Charleston, Illinois. There you go. And if you're curious, I'm not saying what I have is the perfect setup. In fact, it's probably far from it. But there is a link in the description, an Amazon link to a storefront that has all of the equipment that I have for my PC setup linked there. A lot of the stuff in my computer is actually pretty old now by, you know, current standards. But if you're curious to see what I use, you can click that link and see all the parts that I've got in my setup. And yeah, Scooter, I have to agree, the Elgato Wave software is pretty snazzy stuff. It really helps when you're trying to be on Discord, stream, record, and have like audio in the background and mix a bunch of stuff together. It worked out really well for all that. I like the Wave 3 is a really simple mic to use and set up. That's why I got it, because I am not one of those audiophile type people that knows a lot about this stuff, so it was plug and play. Steven, you live in Charleston. Nice. Jalen, do I know anyone in Texas? I do actually have a couple of former colleagues, friends that live in Texas. And I used to live in Texas when I was young, very young. I don't remember a whole lot. But I did live there for like 2.5, 3 years, something like that. Yeah, Jeremy, if you bought a new computer yesterday, it's old and outdated today. That pretty much sums it up. All right, we're going to stop unloading this guy. I think he's probably good to go. And we're going to come up here and grab the Versatile. And I'm trying to think what the best plan is here. We'll probably run him down the same side of the field so I can empty into the grain truck on the way. Our combine isn't going to make it all the way down because he's trying to cut through the middle. And we're just going to have to go and unload him in the middle of the field. So, yeehaw, let's go. Jalen, you live in Dallas. Nice. I've been to Dallas for work a number of times. Had a couple of conferences and stuff down there. I think we actually used to live in, where was it? Military base outside Fort Worth, probably. Yeah, Raiden, it's good to see maps coming out from different areas in the U.S. now. Definitely like seeing a good Illinois map here. It's funny, I'm doing wheat because I wanted to try out these new Ideal combines with the, and they came with a cutter header. Really, I should probably be doing corn since Illinois is kind of right in the middle there. I mean, I'm sure they do wheat in Illinois too, but I feel like corn would be a more iconic crop here in the middle of Illinois. Ryan, welcome to the stream. Good to see you. We're not drinking enough water today, folks. goodness. Yeah, I think, yeah, if I remember, Fort Worth was pretty close to Dallas there. Yeah, I can't imagine. Can you imagine doing silage on a field like this? I wonder how big the pile would be. That almost sounds like a good multiplayer live stream challenge, to do silage on this field that goes all the way the length of the field. See how many trucks it would take to keep up with a few forage harvesters and get stuff out to the appropriate places on the map. Oh, we did it again, folks. We're going way too fast. Yeah, we've been at it 4.5 hours and just got the headlands done. That'd probably be about how it goes. Knowing Derry, he'd want us to do pull behind forage harvesters too. Go hardcore. Hey, Terry, hello from Kentucky. Good to see ya. Best estimate, based on real-life experience, you would need 4 trucks for a chopper? Yeah, probably. Especially on this map where, well, it depends on how you do it, but you'd be driving the length of the field to go places, so... Save the pull type for the side hills. Yeah, we've got some really decent sized fields. So I think we decided this one was like 155 acres, this field 3. And that's 63 hectares. So field 10 would be a little bit smaller than that, but probably still like 100 acres. Which, you know, by normal farming standards, not a lot. I mean, it's a good sized field. But by farm sim standards, those are pretty big fields. What is the opinion on Welker Farms coming to FS22? Well, I know they're working on it. Mapper's Paradise has been posting some updates and stuff, so I'll be curious to see how that works out. I've never played that map, actually, or if I did, it was just like once or twice. I didn't do a series on the Welker Farms map. So maybe in 22 I'll get to it. I'm trying to stay away from playing on maps that were out for 19. Especially if I already played them in 19. But if it's a map that I didn't get a chance to play in FS19, I might check it out in 22 at some point. We'll have to see. The problem is there's so many great maps coming out for FS22 that I don't have time to try all the brand new maps that are coming out, let alone go back and replay some old maps, so we'll have to see. Ryan Walker, greetings from Marshall, Michigan. Well, good to see you, fellow Michigander. Case 7110, hello from Minnesota. Well, join the club. We've got at least, it feels like 10 plus Minnesotans in the chat tonight. Good to see you, good to see you. Yeah, 100 acres on a standard size map is big size fields, and there's several fields that are that big on this map. So, you know, when you remove all of those unnecessary towns and stuff, then you can get a lot more field going on. So this map is perfect for those people that want that big farming experience. And don't get me wrong, I like to play on smaller maps with smaller equipment sometimes. So I'm super enjoying our play on Middleburg. You know, but that's, you know, it's a different style. You're not going to run a 9RX pulling a, you know, a big grain wagon or gravity wagon, grain cart like this on a map like that. There's just not enough room to get around with it. So you got to kind of pick your map to go along with your play style. I'm seeing that I appear to be losing my connection right now. We're buffering a little bit. Hopefully the connection bounces back here shortly. Apologies if you're getting any bad connection vibes right now. It looks like my internet speed is starting to come back. Hopefully YouTube is starting to bounce back. And while I was looking the other way to try and figure out what's going on with my connection, Courseplay has just completely messed me up here. So we're going to wreck some crops to get out of the way here. Oh my goodness. And Farm Sim Casey, I know there's definitely some folks from Canada here in the community. Breezy, you could not get the tag trailer for the Mac to uncover. What is the trick? Yeah, so the N key for the cover is the grain truck itself, and then the Z key, by default at least, is for the pup trailer here behind. So you need to use those different key controls for the different trailers. Farm Sim Casey's from northwestern Ontario, about 8 hours north of the Twin Cities. Nice. I've spent a lot of time up in Ontario, but more in the Toronto area. Yep, we had a bit of a struggle with the internet there. I got a whole bunch of flashing lights that popped up here on different monitors that were complaining about no internet for a second there. So hopefully I wasn't talking to myself for too long. A lot of times I miss out on when it goes down exactly, but the big yellow warning bar from YouTube has just disappeared. So I think we're good again. We did lose quite a few people, though, when the internet blinks out on a stream. That's normal. Hopefully they'll find their way back and see that we are back up and running here. My goodness, though, my steering is not improving here. I wanted to try and dump into the grain bin site here, and we're just steering all over the place today. I'm missing the steering wheel for sure. Yeah, MrSimulation, I just need to say a big thank you for sending me over an early access copy of this map, even though I didn't get a chance to do the video while it was early access, but it's an awesome map, and I'm really appreciative for all the hard work that you've put into it. Keep up the great work, and I'm looking forward to the update. I'll once you get the update out, I'll definitely put a post out on social media and stuff, and let people know about that. So if you haven't already, make sure to go ahead and check out MrSimulation's got a Facebook page as well as a YouTube channel and an itch.io page to follow. There you go, Dan. A little bit of wheat planted. But yeah, corn and beans. That's what I would expect from Illinois. Ryan Orange, hopefully it's just that the stream is a little bit behind, and it should catch up here because YouTube is reporting everything at excellent condition again. Canadian Farm Kid, how you doing? Good to see you in the stream. Alright, I think we've got that all sorted out. We've got some grain in the bins, and that's a lot closer than running up to the sell point right now, so we'll probably continue to do that for the rest of the stream since we have checked out a few of the sell points on the map now. And we're going to drive as fast as we can, get back up here, and the silo over by the shed is for seed. Yeah, I suspected that, and I didn't get a chance to check that out to make sure. So we'll definitely have to mention that when I go back. I'm gonna try and I forgot to record it, but I'm gonna try and pull it out of my live stream and see if I can cut that down into a video or something when I did the tour at the beginning of the stream. We'll have to see. What is the mod directory constant? Oh geez, I can't remember. I'm usually going in there when it and just copying it from somebody else's map whenever I need to make changes. Got to catch up with this combine here, though. I think this number 2 combine's almost full. Almost full, folks. Gotten better appreciate the feedback there, Ryan. It's always hard for me on the streamer end to know exactly how the stream kind of comes through, especially in real time. Like, a lot of times I'll go back and watch some segments from my streams just to see, like, is the audio sounding good? Is the game sound too loud? And then I mess up all my settings and it doesn't matter anyway, but I can't really judge some of the internet performance type problems in the replay. I guess we should check this thing out in cab here. Looking good. I like this versatile tractor. It's really nice inside here. We got the carpet installed too, so I'm digging that. We've got the foot pegs and everything. Got the combine catching up to us here. We're getting really full here on the front. I should probably level this out in the back a little bit. There we go. We're almost full there, and the guy up in front is cutting over. He needs to be emptied. Oh, we're going to zip up here and fill the last 8% from the other combine here. And see if we can keep him moving enough that we can get through the cut-through up here. I think if he keeps going straight, I'll be able to sneak through without taking out any crops. That's the goal, at least. So let's see if he'll put his spout out here. Oh, stop, stop, stop. Man, we're getting ahead of ourselves. We're gonna hopefully take as much as we can here. There we go. If I can back up out of the way before he gets going and crushes me. Oh, he got me again. I almost made it. All right, here it goes. Please keep going straight so I can get out. That's all we want. MrSimulation, I really appreciate you coming out for the stream on such short notice, and I look forward to the update coming out. I think we are going to try and set up a multiplayer stream on this map and do something fun with some of these big fields at some point. So once you get the updated version out, we'll find an appropriate time to play around with that, I think. All right, I'm going to park this guy right here. And we're going to bring the truck to him because these fields are big. Big, big, big. And I was really thinking we were going to knock this field out easy during the live stream tonight, but this is a field. This is a big field, so we're probably not going to wrap this up in the next 15 minutes here. I'm not sure. I know at least we had a lot of struggles in the first hour there, getting course play going and everything. I think that slowed us down a bit. Would have liked to get that going right out of the gate. I guess I kind of forgot about course play when we were doing the first pass, or I would have done it from the beginning. We gotta update some mods as well. I've got like a standard mod pick that I like to use for all of my maps and stuff when I set them up, and I have not updated that in a long time. Perma's modding, home from work finally. Good to see you, man. Hopefully it's going well. Yeah, MrSimulation. Yeah, I usually go till about 11 p.m. Eastern time. Something about turning into a pumpkin if I stay up too late. I don't remember how that saying goes, but I'm getting to be an old man. I can't stay up so late anymore, especially with the kids being all crazy on me. Matt, welcome to the stream. Good to see you. Is that Bruxvort? Vort? Man, I'm butchering your name, but it looks cool. I love the unload speed here on this Demco. I mean, this thing just dumps the grain out. All grain carts need to be this fast. MrSimulation, you're here in Michigan on vacation right now. Nice. What part of Michigan are you vacationing in? Michigan's a weird vacation destination. I can say that as a person who lives in the state. Alright, don't jackknife it, don't jackknife it, don't drive over the crops, and perfect. Dear, you're gonna have to replace the bed floor in that poor Mac if the Demco unloads much quicker. Probably true. Traverse City, oh nice, okay, so I'll give you, Traverse City is actually a good vacation destination. It's really beautiful up there. And, I mean, let's not lie, there's a bunch of wineries up there, which is the perfect reason to visit that area for sure. We're going to let him unload into the front, and I'm going to just try and jam it backwards as fast as possible when he's done. Yeah, I mean, there's like cool things like beaches and cabins and other nice stuff in Traverse City, but every time we go up there, I feel like we come home with a trunk full of wine, so. Ryan, thanks for coming out to the stream. Have a good one, sir. Alright, let's get out of the way, get out of the way. Perfectly executed this time. Maybe even see if we can unload this guy. Oops, we got a turn, bud. Let's go. Get back on the line here. The one thing about this Versatile I notice is that when you turn, it like lifts the tracks up a bit. Like the track comes off the ground like that. That's the only thing I've noticed. It's like there's no pivot in the middle articulation there. This combine get up to speed here. Scooters, you go up to Ontonagon. My goodness, say that 10 times fast, quite a bit. Nice. Oh, Pete's Adventures, you're from Gaylord. Nice. I've been up there. I stayed in a cabin there a few times. We used to go up there all the time when when I was riding like ATV trails and stuff. Josh Sanders, welcome to the stream, man. Good to see you. I think this guy's is about empty. I'm kind of curious what that guy's plan is driving down to the corner there. Hopefully not to drive down the, and do it on the inside. Like the whole reason we opened this up, I thought, was so that they'd always keep their augers on the outside, but apparently we didn't pay attention to our settings good enough, and now life is going to be painful there. Well, it is what it is. Let's grab this guy and see if we can make our way around. Maybe we'll find a slightly different grain point here to drive to. Boom. Ontonagon. Yeah, there you go. Oh. Gone said like gain. Ontonagon. Ontonagon? Oh my goodness. I'm imported to Michigan, so that's my excuse. Although I do... Ontonagon? That sounds better. There you go. We've got some weirdly named stuff here in Michigan, that's for sure. Don't even get me started about DeQuinder Road. Ryan, when's my next stream? I stream every Tuesday at 9 p.m. Eastern Time to 11 p.m. Eastern Time. And hopefully we're going to be getting some videos out again here soon. I was working on setting up for the new series that I wanted to launch it last week, and it just didn't happen. So hopefully this coming week we'll get this launched finally. Yes, it's a long story, but I was imported to Michigan. I'm not from the area originally. Had no original plans to ever be in Michigan for any reason, and then somehow just ended up here. So here I am, and we're dealing with it. We're invested now. Pete's Adventures, you're making a map here, trying. Hope it goes well. Well, best of luck to you. You know, and I'm not trying to minimize Mr. Simulation's work, but you can see here, I mean, this is the first map of somebody working on a map on their own, and he's done an outstanding job here. So I would say just don't give up and keep trying. And so Mr. Simulation, I think this was a one-off to get us going, but we might do another stream on this map. We'll do some multiplayer on this map, I think, and try and tackle some of these big fields. Maybe do a silage thing. There's some cool silage equipment out recently that I've been wanting to take a look at. So I feel like this map would be a lot of fun to do a giant silage harvest with some members of the community. So we might set up another live stream on this map at some point here. I missed the sell point entirely. I was driving around like crazy here. Mackinac? Yeah. Mackinac's a good one. All kinds of funny things here in Michigan. Never heard someone refer to themselves as imported before. Well, there you go, Tyler. I grew up as a, ooh, I'm smacking this trailer into the dump point here, my bad. I grew up an Army brat, so we moved around all over the place when I was a kid. I'm officially, this is the, oh, I've lost count now. I think this is the 32nd physical dwelling that I've lived in my life. So I've really gotten over the whole, you know, calling one place home kind of mentality that a lot of people get hung up on. A house is just a place where you sleep at night. Life is an adventure. Get out there and see places and do things. J&S Farms, never been to Michigan. I've met a couple, I don't know how to spell it, Upers. Yep, from the UP, the Upper Peninsula. Mr. Simulation, it's an up and down process with the map making, but the end product is worth it for sure. My other recommendation is also to get involved with the community. There's a lot of great modders out there in the community that are always happy to help out people who are up and coming, I'll say. And so don't be afraid to get out there, get involved with the community, ask for help. There's some great Discord servers and such out there where the modders like to gather and work through issues and stuff. So I've been lucky enough to get invited to a few of those over the years and get some help. I like to edit the odd mod here and there. I've actually made a couple of mods back in 19 that I never released, but yeah, it's a lot of fun. Don't give up. Oh man, we've still got a ton of wheat here in the grain cart as well. All right, we're gonna see if we can haul one more load here before we wrap up the stream. We'll see if we can fill this grain cart up one more time. We've gone somewhere different every dump, and there's one more sell point, I think, on the map that we haven't checked out. So let's do it. Dairy Deer, I know Kedrick won't say this, so I will. Kedrick's Discord server is a great place to hang out, get help, interact with the community. Yeah, for sure. We've got almost 3,000 people on the Discord server now, which is mind-boggling to me. But we've got channels for people looking for help with farm sim. We've got channels for people looking for help with modding, and just people generally liking to hang out. So hop on in and be part of the community. The link to the Discord server is actually in the description of the video. So if you look down at the description, you can check it out there. And once again, Mr. Simulation, appreciate you coming in and hanging out in the stream tonight, answering the questions. I think I can speak for the community. The map was really well received tonight, so awesome job, sir. Tamarin Turner, welcome to the stream. Good to see you. Matt, I believe this map is not currently scheduled for consoles. This is a PC-only release at this point. We're going too fast again. Again with the too fast. Back it up. Back it up. Yeah, the Discord's a pretty chill place. We've got a pretty low tolerance, I guess, for shenanigans and people that don't fit in with the general vibe of the community. So, definitely read the rules when you join, and then, you know, just be civil. That's pretty much my biggest thing. If people were to treat everybody with respect, I think the world would be a much better place. So that's the general vibe we like to try and follow here on the Kedrick Farms community. Now, this guy's got a little bit of wheat in there, so I'm going to go ahead and top us off just like that. When I said a little bit, I apparently meant next to none. So I'm going to cut in front of him and go empty into this truck. How do I like the old Max? I actually really like him a lot. BC Bueller did a great job on the mods that he released. He actually released a number of mods recently. He also had an old school auger pack that I'm using on the Middleburg playthrough now. But these old grain truck and the pup trailer behind it here is really well done. I'm digging it. And partly because we had a setup very similar to this, we didn't have this straight-tongued pup trailer behind it. We had a, what do you call it? A gravity wagon, a really big, like 550 bushel. That's not really big by today's standards, but back then, a pretty big bushel grain cart behind us. Gravity wagon. I mix up my terms. But yeah, I love having grain trucks in the game like this. All right. So we're not even going to get all of our wheat into the grain truck setup, which is a-okay. But we are going to go find that one last sell point, I think. Let's see if we can find somewhere new here on the map. JNS Farms, if you had 22, I'd play the map. If there's big fields, you're there. Nice. All right, let's see. I think we were told that there's a sell point behind the bulk buy points over there, so we're going to drive over there and see. If there's not, we'll probably wrap things up there anyway, but let's go see. We are going to cut through on the grassy, I don't even know, you wouldn't really call this a headland, but the field dividers here, because it's going to shave about 5 minutes off of our drive. Pete's Adventures, your wife loves the game as well. That's awesome. You guys get to play together in multiplayer at all? Because that would be a lot of fun, I think. Just playing kind of chill farming with a significant other. Oh my goodness, we're about to do terrible things, folks. I thought this grassy strip went all the way through. It doesn't. Look away. Oh, I can't look at you. No. Oh, we're doing terrible things. It's not our field. We feel much guilt and remorse. All right, so let's take a look. I think he said there's a sell point behind the farmer's market here, so... Oh, look at that, there is. There we go. Nice. Well, I think we've actually hit most of the different sell points around the map. Toby Neal, welcome to the stream, sir. How you doing? Good evening for the 4th time tonight. Well, I must not be watching chat very well because I did not see any of those previous messages. Hopefully you're well, though, sir. We're going to get all this dumped in here, though. I'm kind of curious to see how much we actually harvested. Yard farming? Yeah, there you go. Now, Pete's Adventures, it's really cool that you guys get to do some multiplayer. That sounds like a lot of fun. My family, well, actually, I shouldn't say my whole family. My wife and oldest are just not interested. Although I have had the wife on one of my live streams. She actually came down and drove in a live stream once for the first time ever playing Farm Sim on live stream. So that was pretty cool. Because I had the steering wheel and everything set up. So ironically, she drove better than I did. So that's to be expected. But my 5-year-old, he loves to play Farm Sim. And so I need to get him a little bit more attention span, I guess. And then I think he and I are going to start doing some random videos because he's a riot when we're playing Farm Sim. And so I love playing with my my little guy. He's just too much fun. But all right. Well, we're gonna call it a stream up here at the Tractor Supply with all of our bulk points and everything. We've had a blast on this map. It was a lot of fun. We knocked out hardly any of this field 10. I mean, we didn't even get halfway through this thing, right? So lots of acres, lots of farming to be done here on this map, which is awesome. And so if you enjoyed today's stream, if you enjoyed this map, make sure to go ahead and drop by MrSimulation's social media pages, his itch.io page, and download the map. It's been cool. And no, Toby, I have not completed a full year on any of the maps I've played. This is not a series. This is kind of a one-off just to check out a new map. And we might do another stream on this after the update comes out for it, because there's a handful of issues here that he's working on fixing and improving the map. So we might do a multiplayer stream on this map in a few weeks here. But next stream, I will be back to our Middleburg Survival series. And I promise I am working on some videos behind the scenes. I'm hoping to get a normal video Let's Play series going here very soon. So stay tuned for that. And, yeah, as always, that's all for today. Ketterk, out.